Good morning to all students. Hope you are well. We are dealing with the next chapter, chemical reactions and catalyst. In the previous video, I have told all the things related to chemical equation, what are chemical reactions, actually what are physical changes, what are chemical changes. So let us revise all that chemical equation. Then I'll tell you different type of reactions, that what are actually additional reactions, dissociation reactions, displacement reactions, double displacement reactions. All the reactions we will discuss. First, let us revise chemical equation. Chemical equations, what I have told that chemical equations are a symbolic representation of chemical reactions. We just actually expressed any reaction in a symbolic form. Why we are expressing in a symbolic form? To just reduce the time. For example, I have told that C plus O2 equals to CO2. Okay, so if I just write carbon, then I write oxygen, then I write carbon dioxide, that will take so much time now, beta. So just to reduce that time, we are expressing it in a symbols. Okay. So what are chemical equation? It is a symbolic representation of chemical reactions. Okay. Then I have told some of the rules of chemical equation, some of the properties of chemical equation. What are these properties? Actually, first, those actually compounds which are taking part, compounds, molecules, atoms which are taking part are called as reactants. Okay, and when a new product is new actually substance is formed, then these are called product. And if more than one product is formed, then product and byproducts are formed. And what is meant by arrow? Then I have told that arrow shows the direction that in which actually what new substance is formed. So that is shown by arrow. Okay, and if I just show it just like this, double arrow, it means that tells that this reaction is a reversible. Okay, when I show this reaction, actually arrows not two arrows, so that shows reversible reaction. Okay, again you can convert in a same substance, so that is meant by reversible reaction. This arrow shows irreversible reaction. After that, at last, I have told that number of atoms will not change in a reactant as well as product. Number of atoms will be same. Okay, and if number of atoms will not be same, so you have to balance, then you have to just actually equalize all that number of atoms, because according to law of conservation of mass cannot change actually. Number of atoms cannot change. Okay, so these are some conditions for chemical equations. Now I will tell you how to balance actually chemical equation. I will just tell you some of the examples so you know how to balance chemical equation. Okay, suppose C3H8 when react with O2, then it will form CO2 plus H. Okay now just see number of carbons, oxygens, all things are not equal now. So these are the reactants and these form these two products. Okay now, but this actually equation is not balanced. So in this actually portion we will discuss how to balance chemical equation. So first see, C3H8 means, just see beta, C3H8, it is in this form or not? It is in this form now. So these are alkane now. Alkane means if 3 carbons are there, then its name will be propane. We will discuss in carbon compound all these things, but I am just telling the name. It is propane. propane will react with oxygen, then carbon oxide and H2 is formed. Students, remember one thing, if you want to balance the equation, so first accept oxygen and hydrogen, balance first the remaining actually atoms. Okay, again I am saying accept oxygen and hydrogen, balance the remaining atoms. For this, for example, O and H beta, we will not take. First we will take carbon. Why? So because we have to take the remaining atoms. Okay. So in that number of carbons are 3 now, and in that number of carbons are 1. So first I will balance carbon. Okay. So it becomes C3H8 plus O2, 3 CO2 plus H2. Now number of carbons are balanced or not? 3 carbon and 3 carbon. I have to balance whole equation, but I am just telling a way to balance. First accept oxygen and hydrogen, you will balance all atoms. Now you have balanced carbons. Just see beta, in that reaction carbon, hydrogen and oxygen are there. First you have balanced the carbon now. Now in oxygen and hydrogen, first you will balance hydrogen atoms. At last oxygen. Remember, for example, here H8, 8 atoms of hydrogens are there, and in that only 2. So after that what you will balance? You will balance hydrogen. 8, now 8. Hydrogen is balanced or not? Hydrogen is balanced now. Carbon is balanced now. Now just check. C3, here C also 3. H8, here also 4 into 2, H8. Now just check oxygen. Are they balanced or not? So just check. O into 4. 4 oxygen plus 2 into 3. 6 oxygen. So total 6 plus 4 becomes 10 oxygens now. So here actually 10 oxygens are there. And here beta only 2 oxygens are there. Are you getting beta? One by one we have to actually go. Okay? So that you just know all the things. So here 10 actually atoms of oxygens are there. Here only 2. So just write down here 5. 5 into 2 becomes 10 now. Now you can check all the number of atoms are same or not. So it is a balance equation. What I have told as steps: first accept oxygen and hydrogen, balance all that actually atoms, then hydrogen, then oxygen. These are the way to balance. First I have balanced carbon, then I have balanced hydrogen, then at last I have balanced oxygen. You have to count now first. These are number of atoms in a reactant as well as product. Then you are able to balance. Let us take another example. Just actually after pause beta, copy all these things. First, actually, after pause beta, you just own beta actually balance this equation. Then see my way. First, you have to check by own now. It is your homework. No need to see. And after that, after doing by own, just check it that whether it is right or wrong. Okay. Now just see number of carbons, number of hydrogens, and number of oxygens. Carbon is already balanced now. Now see hydrogen, 4 hydrogen. Here 4 hydrogen. Number of hydrogens are not balanced. 4 hydrogen. Now number of hydrogens are same, number of carbons also same. Now rest is oxygen now. Just see here O2, here 2 plus 2 becomes 4. So at last I have to balance oxygen now. Either how many? 2. So just balance it. 8 is the balance equation. Clear? Clear now beta? Let us take next example. When N2 H2 react, then ammonia is formed. When hydrogen gas and nitrogen gas react, both are gases, then ammonia is formed. Clear? I have to balance this equation. What rule I have told? First, accept hydrogen and oxygen, balance a third atom. So in this, hydrogen is there, but first we have to balance nitrogen. Okay. Number of atoms 2. So first I have to balance number of nitrogen. This thing is clear. Number of now nitrogens are equal now, but here actually 2 hydrogens are there. Either 2 into 3, 6 hydrogens are there. So in the last 3 H2, 2 and H. 8 is a balance actually equation. I have got a balance. How to balance equation? If again you have a problem, then ask the reaction in which how to balance this reaction. But first I have told a way to balance. Now I'll just give some questions to balance. So we have discussed all that part of chemical equation. Now we will discuss different type of chemical reactions. So first I will start from addition reaction. Addition reaction. Already we have discussed it in 8th class. Again I am just revising all that part. Addition reaction means it is a reaction in which 2 or more than 2 reactants combine and form a single product. Okay? Addition reaction means 2 or more than 2 reactants combine and form a single product. Okay? For example, C plus O2, very common example, CO2. Okay? H2 plus O2, H2O. Is it or not? Is it balanced? No, it is not balanced. How to balance beta? Tell me. Now it is balanced. Okay? Again. Okay? It is balanced. Let us see again. Just see beta, CS2 double bond to CS2. Double bond means if 2 carbons are there beta, what I have told you, at prefix will come na at, and if double bond, so at last suffix in will be used. If 2 carbons are there, then prefix eth is used and double bond is there, so suffix ene will be there na, alkane, alkene or alkyne, alkene for double bond, so ene and 2 carbon means eth, so its name will be ethene. When ethene reacts with hydrogen gas, it forms ethane. Ethane why? Again 2 carbon, so eth and a single bond means N will come now, so it becomes eth. So these are some reactions for addition. I think it is easy and you got all the things. Just copy it. Then I will tell you a displacement reaction. Displacement reaction. It is actually very important for exam purpose. Displacement reaction and double displacement reaction are very important for exam purpose. So just learn all that part. I will tell you a way also to learn that all that elements, that which one is higher actually reactive and which one is least reactive. I will tell you a table and also I will tell you a way to learn a table. Okay? So first actually, what is mean by displacement reaction? Displacement reaction means higher reactive element, higher reactive atoms will displace less reactive atoms or group of atoms. Clear? It means in this reaction, those are highly reactive now, they will actually displace, take the position of less reactive atoms. Let us take. Copper sulfate when react with zinc, then it will form ZnSO4 plus Cu will come. Clear? So in this reaction actually zinc is more reactive as compared to copper. Original. Zinc is more reactive as compared to copper. But this much already you have studied in 8th class also. So these type of questions will not come. I tell you in which way questions will come. So first for that you have to learn a table of reaction. That which one is high reactive element and which one is least reactive element. Okay? So just copy the actually number of atoms. Just learn that. Actually, this is the order of decreasing order. It means among all that elements, potassium is the highest reactive element, then sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium, zinc, iron, actually, then molybdenum, hydrogen, lead, hydrogen, copper, mercury, silver, and as well as gold. Pb means lead, I just confused slightly. So this is the order of reactive elements. Now I will tell you a way to learn all these actually elements. कान्हा का मग, कान्हा का मग अल्लाह जाने फर्श पे है. Okay, again I am just writing. कान्हा का मग अल्लाह जाने फर्श पे है. Okay, easy enough to learn. And after that, after hydrogen, then copper, mercury, silver and gold. So for that, what you have learned? कुशल हज आज आओ. Kushal is some name. I have choose your name Kushal. So Kushal Hajj Aaj Aao. Suppose I am in a actually Hajj. I am saying to Kushal, Kushal Hajj Aaj Aao. So it is the order of learning reactive. So which one is most reactive? First potassium, then sodium, then calcium, then magnesium, aluminium, zinc, iron, lead, hydrogen, then copper, mercury, silver and gold. Now I think this thing is clear. Now I will tell you which type of questions will come. Okay? Question will come, suppose when H2 will react with copper, then in a question it is asked, this reaction is this reaction is possible, and if this reaction is possible, then tell me the new product. So for that we must learn that table, then we are able to know whether this reaction is possible or not. Okay, so for that just see. Hajj, first hydrogen is there now, just see, and after that copper will come, just see the order, first hydrogen will come, then copper will come now. So among these two, which one is more reactive? Hydrogen is more reactive or not? So if hydrogen is more reactive among these two, so it will not displace, reaction is not possible. नया समझ में? Okay, let us take another example. Now tell me, is this reaction is possible or not? Just see. Just see the table. Allah jane. It is zinc. Now just see copper. Which one is more reactive? Zinc is more reactive now. Then again this reaction is not possible. Again I am just telling one example. Just check it. Which one is more reactive? Zinc is more reactive now. Just see beta. Before actually Fe, Zn is coming or not? So zinc is more reactive or not beta? Then for that Zn SO4 will come and Fe 2+ will come. So you must learn the order of reaction, reactive elements, then you are able to solve all the numericals, all that part, that whether this reaction is possible or not, and if reaction is possible, then which substance is formed. Okay, thing is clear? So these are the some part which can come in exam. I have told away also. Now I'll tell you a last reaction, double displacement reaction. After that, we'll discuss on tomorrow in the next lecture. What is meant by double displacement reaction? In which two reactants are there in a double displacement reaction. Two reactants are there, are atoms or group of these two reactants actually displaces each other. Again, what I am saying, two reactants are there, and in these two reactants, both in a reactants atoms will change with each other. With each other. Let us see. Students, valency of silver is actually +1. I'll tell you when we do a valency part, but first you have to learn Ag means valency is +1 and K is also +1. Okay? So in this case actually AgNO3 means silver nitrate. Okay? And KCl means potassium chloride. So atoms of both reactants displaces each other now. So it will change into AgCl plus KNO3 silver chloride and becomes potassium nitrate. Okay, so in which both reactants actually some atoms displaces from each other. Let us take another example. In which valency of copper is +2. Okay, and here its valency is +1. So when it will displaces Cu +1, so iski that Cu actually take a position of sodium now, but its valency is 1. So Cu OH2 will form. Okay, because OH has a valency of -1 na beta. OH has a valency of -1. So and Cu has a valency of +2. So 2 hydroxyl ions will come or not. That's why it becomes CuOH2. Okay. Plus what will form? NaSO4 is remaining now. And its valency is SO4 valency is -2 na, so many times I have explained, and Na valency is +1 na. So here Na2SO4 will form. Okay na? Why? Because Na1 and Na2SO4 one will give and one will give. That's why a stable substance will form or not. Yeah. So it is also example. It is copper hydroxide. Okay. and it is sodium sulfate. This thing is okay. Copper hydroxide as well as sodium sulfate. So for today it is okay. Thank you. We'll discuss in the next chapter. And if you are having some problem, just tell me. In the next, I'll tell you. Okay? Thank you.